So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Jahan, what are you? Come on, bring up 48.
The first down carry by Elliott. Able to power through. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Hey, yo. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. We ain't giving up nothing to check.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Check 26. Under 10. 10.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Raven first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
This is Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Jackson's pass. Complete to Mark Andrews. A 2-yard gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're running. Ingram. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now it's Jackson out to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Ravens 14, Cowboys 7. Justin Tucker set to kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They start on the ground with Elliott. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Cousins to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On third down, Cousins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Listen to me. First. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Here's Cousins. And that's Elliott, complete. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Gun.
They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to, but it'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Jackson, throwing again, being chased out left. Snead's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
That's the way. Check 15. Check 15.
Jackson on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking deep for Elliott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Squeeze, double. 49, check 49, check 49. 11-3.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running right, this is Ingram. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Check hot route. Hot. Let it go.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Good route here. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. No chance.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Check 99. Check. Check.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here we go. 56 yards. Watch 54.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Ingram there to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, Orbit. Forward is Mike. Get that quarterback and all court.
Following the interception, Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
You got nothing. Joker. Lucky 50. Gun. I got motion.
This is Elliott. There's a nice move. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go. Set. Time to end it. 55.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Lean it, 48. Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
41's coming. 41's a mic.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
55, Mark, 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
Take some gambles?
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First and 10 at the 37.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
25. Check 25. Gun.
Now Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, pick your game up. Black. Gun. Here we go. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Hey, 382, last 50. You go tight. You got tight right there. First. 47 Mike, 47. Yo.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Elliott running right.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hunt, 180. Double tight, guys, double tight. Lucky 48.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
That's it, baby.
So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now Cousins on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Recon, 132 fighter, gun.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, we're good, we're good. Mike 41. Go. Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Yeah, that's what I do. Check safety. Hey, flipper.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that, because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Right there in the middle, 55.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Check 43.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try and run. Ingram. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along